First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, salutations to the hopeful elect that's fighting a good fight of faith in truth and sincerity and wholeheartedly. And shalom to the Akwath, which is the women believers. Shalom to you. And Yahweh, be in the Father's name, the true name in Hebrew, which means he is to be, he exists. Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly called Jesus, that's his true name in the Hebrew, which means he delivered, he is salvation. And Acts 4:12, so that's the only name you can call on where a man could be saved. 1 Timothy 2:5, that's the mediator. All right? Because he go on the behalf of us to the Father. And as you see this damn devil, man, the father of lies, probably what I'm going to title this video, the father of lies. But you're going to hear him. But it said Biden says recession not inevitable as Fed looks to raise interest rates to curb inflation. Now, this is the main reason why you're supposed to stick to prophecy. See, the scriptures say otherwise. And plus, this is the same song and dance that they do every election. Every election. You know, they always say some promises that never come to pass. But it sounds good at the time. But what they're trying to do is rock you even more to sleep. You got a lot of people whistling, a lot of people telling you what's really going on. And he come up here trying to give you some damn fairy tale. Matter of fact, I'm going to let you listen.
The two challenges on the minds of most working families are prices at the pump and prices at the grocery store. Both of these challenges have been directly exacerbated by Putin's war in Ukraine.
Now, number one, see, a lot of people forgot of why this Russia and Ukraine thing is even happening. NATO tried to recruit Ukraine, which means they was going to be able to put a U.S. embassy and put weapons in Russia's backyard. That's the foundation of this. A lot of people forgot that because a lot of propaganda been on the news. So that's the main reason why the Russia and Ukraine start. This is a proxy war. A proxy war is when a major country is financing a war, but they don't literally get involved. You know, they work from the outside. So they instigating a war, but they never themselves get involved. So but that's the main reason why. And if you didn't know, prices been going up since the pandemic. But let's let them continue because you know Putin, Russia, the Ukraine, they the scapegoat for everything.
The price of gas is up $1.40 since the beginning of the year when Putin began amassing troops at the Ukrainian border. This is a Putin price hike. Putin's war has raised the price of food because Ukraine and Russia are two of the world's major breadbaskets for wheat and corn, the basic product for so many foods around the world. Ukraine has 20 million tons of grain in storage right now, and it's been in storage since the last harvest.
Now, the problem is this, right?
Will also show
What the
that
hell?
the Trump campaign used these false...
Shut your mouth. But anyways, so, you know, Russia, Ukraine, Putin, scapegoat. First of all this is orchestrated. That's why you got, you know, tons and tons of goods still just rotting in the ocean with the excuse that it's not many workers. You know, basically they just hoarding up. But I'm going to read this real quick. So it say, Joe Biden told the Associated Press that a recession is not inevitable, which is a lie. Because even if he was able to pull this off, it have to get worse before it get better. You know, as they will call it, Build Back Better or the Great Reset. So the thing is that with this crisis that's going on right now, that's going to bring people to their feet But not to their feet, to their knees. It's gonna bring people to their knees, and they're gonna be begging for a solution. And we all know what that solution gonna be. The Revelation 13 and 16. M to the O to the T to the B. C to the H to the I to the P. So we all know that's what everything lead to. So while rent is going up, gas prices is going up, food prices is going up, it's going to come upon a time where they're going to price people out. Then that's when all hell going to break loose. And that's why I'm going to get a couple of scriptures on this. And they ain't going to be too long, Lord willing. Because that's what they want. They want chaos. See, right now, people still able to afford a little bit. Yeah, things are getting tight, but it's not that tight to the point that, people, because you still got people who actually think that this place going to bounce back. But to say Joe Biden told the Associated Press that the recession is not inevitable as the federal government is working to increase interest rates to curb spiking inflation. His comments come after a speech in Philadelphia in which he blasted Republicans. It's always the blame game. Republicans blaming Democrats and Democrats blaming Republicans. It's like we y'all work for the same team. All right, but that's the illusion that they put on the whole world. People really think that they're beefing. And the thing is that according to prophecy, the Lord is putting a spirit on them to beef, but they all work under the same banner, which is the banking families. Because scripture said that a kingdom that's divided against itself shall not stand. So really at the end of the day, the Lord is doing this. But when you go to Revelation 13 and 11, it say he had two horns as a lamb, and he had two horns as a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. When you go into that word dragon, it go into Draco, which goes to draconian. And when you go into that word beast, it said a beastie, ferocious man. So now this man is showing himself to be the devil, and a lot of people going to find out the hard way. So while he going on the press to tell you, oh no, what we're gonna do that helps stop this inflation is tax the rich. They was talking about this back when Obama was president. They was giving you the illusion that we're gonna tax the rich because the rich haven't been taxed as much as they should to even out. It ain't gonna happen. The rich run this world. But anyways, let's continue. So it says, which he blasted the Republicans, billionaires in Wall Street while defending his economic plans. And it says, Mr. Biden said at the time that he would continue to try to force billionaires, continue to try, which they always say this, man, always. To continue to try to force billionaires and corporations to pay taxes that he argues they underpay every year. Of course they do. Our work isn't done. Mr. Biden said during the event, America still has a choice to make. A choice between government by the few, for the few, which, listen, the government for the few, by the few. He's talking about the rich right there, which that's what's going on right now. But look how this devil is about to try to flip this in some type of good thing. It says, or a government for all of us, democracy for all of us, economy where all of us have a fair shot and a chance to earn our place in the economy. That is the one world order. I don't know. I can't find that video because I think it was like a couple months ago where Elon Musk was talking about universal income. Universal income. All right. So that means that you can't make no more than what because like basically they're going to give you the price that you, that they think that you deserve. So it sounds good because when he was talking in the interview, he was talking like, yeah, because, everything is going to be tech and everything is going to be ran by computers and AI. So it's going to be a lot of people without jobs. So we're going to give them a universal income. We all know what that means. if you are in the truth and your eyes is open. But so it sounds good. Like, okay, well, shit, I'm getting paid not to do nothing. First of all, you don't know how much it is. And that means you definitely controlled, because you ain't no overtime and ain't no side hustle. You're going to get whatever they give you. So the reason I read this because this man, Esau Edom, his nation is the father of lies. So the recession is inevitable. It's not inevitable. It is inevitable. So from here, ooh, it's late. Damn. Salakia. It's late out here. So anyway, it says, I'm going to go to Psalms 58:3. It said, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. He can't help himself. That's how the Lord created him. He's programmed to be the devil. All the way back at Genesis 3, when it said that he was more subtle than any beast of the field. So the Lord created him that way. He even duped, which ain't that hard, but he even duped Eve's ass. He beguiled her. She brought that philosophy to Adam, and we all know what happened. So it said their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear. So everything that this devil say is poison. All right, and it's a slow kill, because matter of fact, let me get that real quick since I quoted. Because this is really the time frame that we are in. And behold, another beast coming out of the earth, which is the Roman Empire coming back, which is America. And he had two horns like a lamb, and he spoke as a dragon. So he came, as a docile, humble animal, acting like he cared about your well-being. But now he's speaking as a dragon. And guess what? He's still playing the part of the lamb, because what he just say? Basically, what I'm trying to do is tax the rich, that we can actually stop this inflation from happening. Like, this is stupid. That's not going to help anything. Russia, as he said, Russia and Ukraine is the bread basket of the wheat and corn. You put sanctions on them people. They ain't fucking with you right now. And then they realize they ain't need you. They just messing with their people. It's BRICS nations, baby. Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Korea. Between them is 3 billion people. America is only 330 million people. They don't need you. Then you got people in the EU, I think like 20 nations still dealing with Russia, because guess what? That's where majority of their oil and gas come from. When America is the head of them, and they told them not to deal with them. So that's a division right there. That goes into Daniels too. But going back, so it says their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear, because we're telling this devil that your plans is not going to work. You're going into captivity. All right, you the damn devil. He don't care. Because look what it says. It said, which will not hearken to the voice of the charmers never so wisely. So this is talking about the prophets. We telling them, listen, while you talking all this good shit, but anyway, when you talking all this stuff, it ain't going to come to pass. So since this is orchestrated, this is what's about to come to the world. Woe unto the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands. So guess what? When the prices continue to go up and people can't buy food, and then guess what? On top of you can't buy food, you can't pay your rent, that's going to cause anger. People are already angry. So, and then that's going to make that's going to make the people go against the government. Let's continue to read. For there should be sedition among men and debating one another. They should not regard their princes, their kings, nor princes, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So in the time that we're coming into, the people is going to revolt. Because that's what a sedition is. It's an incite. to riot. Something's going to happen where the people is going to get tired. And right now, what it look like is that, the government trying to take people's guns, and you got them rednecks out there like, hell nah, buddy. You come over here, try to take our guns, we're going to have a shootout. And that's what's going to happen. All right, the Egyptians versus the Egyptians. Isaiah 19:2. All right. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. That's martial law. Because when all these things happen, that's when the martial law troops going to come in and try to restore order. And then it said, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, men shall be afraid. And you got a lot of prideful people in the world. They don't even have God in their thoughts. They think they know everything, especially our people. You got the devil who actually think that he's in control. The Lord is the one that's using you. So yeah, all these miseries is about to happen. And it said, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. Why? But shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. So with inflation, housing, gas, and then on top of that, you got the government trying to take your rights away. And then the economy going to crash. A lot of things is about to happen. So while he's talking about Biden says recession is not inevitable, he's a liar. He's the father of lies. So watch. Continue to watch and pray. Matter of fact, that's a good scripture to end it on. It said, watch and pray that you enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. So watch and pray. Always pray for strength to endure. Ask the Lord to keep you away from temptation. And hey, we're getting closer and closer to the end. Shalom.